Over the last few days, we've done a few checks and a couple of modifications on my BMW F650GS to see if it helps the stalling issue at high speed. So firstly, we removed the fuel hoses and the fuel pump. Then siphoned out the dirty fuel and cleaned the tank with rags and a hoover, but please be careful if you're doing this at home because we don't want any explosions, so please make sure your fuel has completely evaporated from the tank before you do that. We then installed a new fuel pump strainer, which turned out to be a lot harder than expected.
No. Try that on a bit. Texture. Let's try and break it more there, maybe. It's not coming off, is it?
Maybe we need 2 screwdrivers.
No, not this. I'll get the video. It's one of those.
Hey! Finally. And then we reinstalled the pump, including the seal, and reconnected all the electrical terminals. I then removed the fuel injector from my bike, and we were surprised to find that there was a dead fly lodged in there. We then removed the battery and the battery plates so we could remove the ignition coil and give that a good clean, and then we also cleaned the starter relay connections. And then I traced the engine earth wire down to the right hand side of the bike, disconnected that, cleaned that up with a wire brush and then reconnected it. Next, I unclipped the connections to the throttle body and took that out. After that, we removed the idle control device, which was full of black crud, cleaned that up, and then we removed the throttle valve switch and cleaned that up too with contact cleaner. And then we decided to replace the original fuel injector in my motorbike with a fuel injector from a Sertao, so a much newer model. And we couldn't really find anything online again whether this would work or not, but we thought we'd give it a go. And then I also cleaned out the fuel filter regulator that I'd installed on my bike earlier in the year, just in case any of that dirty fuel had kind of clogged that up, but luckily it didn't seem too bad. We then cut back the fuel hose so we could install a new inline fuel filter, and I'll put the details of that fuel filter down below in the description of this video. then installed a new spark plug and reassembled the other components so I could start the bike up, which didn't exactly go according to plan. Right, so we put the petrol in and we turn the ignition on. Oh, so the battery? I then cleared the adaptations on the diagnostic tool and tested the idle actuator and started the bike up again, but it continued to stall. So we decided to put the battery on charge overnight, and when I went back in yesterday morning, I tried to start her up again. Okay, so I've had the battery on charge all night, so let's see if she runs better. Well, that'll be a no. Let's try again. And then I remember that old trick that my friend told me years ago about resetting the TPS by turning the ignition on, waiting for the lights to go off, putting the throttle 3 times, slowly turn the ignition off, back on again, and starting the bike up. So I'm just going to do the TPS reset that people say is a myth, but I'm going to try it and see if it makes any difference. The bike running without stalling, I decided to clear the adaptations again and then get the bike back up to operating temperature. I then killed the engine, replugged it into the diagnostic tool, and I haven't had any fault codes come up, although I am expecting that oxygen lambda sensor to return at some point, but I've not taken it for a long ride and I need to get an MOT on it before I can take it out on the road. So yeah, I'll take it for a few test rides over the next few weeks and then I'll let you know if that stalling issue has come back or not.